I'm Ash.
And I'm Fatima.
Oh, Jesus. And this is
Fatash!
Fatash.
Yay!
We're back on this cold November evening. I saw snow.
You did?
There was flurries. There's reports of flurries today and
I guess I haven't looked out my window lately because I looked at my watch just now and it just said snow. Like we're getting
yeah,
snow too.
today, like tomorrow, which
Oh,
I'm
turn it
like,
down.
yeah.
Turn it down to 1.
So snow flurries, and it might snow tomorrow as well. Like the temperature is like 33. I'm like, damn. Let me bust out the
Hmm.
winter coat, I guess.
Do you ever feel guilty for like real minor things?
Depends. Is it something that would inconvenience somebody else, or
No,
is
no, I
it's
don't
just
think so. I don't know. It was just like a dangling end, I think of.
a dangling? Okay, give me your example and maybe go
Okay,
ahead.
so like I'll be like trying to get to sleep and then I'll think back to like earlier this year, the last time that I played golf at the golf range. Uh the attendant there asked me like, "Oh, are you coming back tomorrow?" And I said, "I don't know." And then he kind of looked surprised like I didn't know whether or not I would come back tomorrow. And then that was the last time that I ever went to the golf range. I never came back. He sees my father,
Oh,
and he was seeing my father probably like every day until like I don't know, last week or whatever.
I mean that's not an unheard of answer to be like, I don't know. It's like it's either yes, no, or I don't
Yeah,
know slash maybe. Like I don't know why he
yeah.
was so shocked. Maybe he liked you and he was just like, oh,
I don't know, but if he didn't shoot a shot.
clearly not, because like he was waiting for an answer to be like yes or something for him to follow up, and clearly he did not plan for a follow up of I don't know in
I don't
period.
know.
Like that was the end of the sentence. I don't know. Now like, oh, I don't know. I might come back on Tuesday instead of tomorrow. Da da da
And
da.
then we were pulling off, we were in the parking lot. And Dad was like, "What do you ask you that for?" And I was like, "I don't
I don't
know."
know. Yeah, no, that I would not feel guilty about that either. He needs to work on his game because what the fuck was that? If you was trying to ask me out, you did a piss poor job, sir. Okay, so with your example,
I just thought it
okay,
was funny. I just think I don't know if I don't think I feel guilty. I just think like, oh,
an
that's kind of
awkward but
hilarious
kind
now
of funny.
that I
Yeah,
never
no,
came back. I said I don't know, and then I didn't come back
yeah,
until ever. Like maybe next
I
year, maybe not. Maybe by next year I'll be
never,
gone.
and
So
she
who knows?
never saw him again. Yeah, no, I had a similar experience with um a customer years back when I was working as a cashier. I'm not in the mindset of like being picked up or trying to pick up customers when I'm working because I'm
Yeah.
fucking working. And there's like, that baseline politeness you have to have when just engaging in the public sphere. And so I don't even remember what this dude was saying. He wasn't ugly. Like this is so long ago. I can't even remember what this man looked like. All I remember was he wasn't ugly. I do know he was a white man. He wasn't ugly. He seemed nice enough, and he was chatting about something that was leaning flirty. And my immediate response to anyone being flirty with me is like, they not being flirty with me. Why would they be flirty with me? That's fucking weird. So he says something, and I was like, why don't you take your girlfriend next to you or something along those lines? He's like, that's my sister. And I just bust out laughing. Like I laughed, his sister laughed. I don't think he was really laughing, but I was laughing at the awkwardness of me misinterpreting the woman next to him being his girlfriend. But like in my mind, I was just thinking like, this is a fairly attractive dude asking something of me, but there's a very attractive woman standing right next to him. Surely that's his girlfriend or somebody. Why is he talking to me about this?
Oh.
Yeah. And I never saw him again.
Damn.
I mean, if he was really that interested in me, he could have come back and be like, okay, let me try that again. But I'm not hot enough for anyone to attempt more than one shot.
Oh, I don't think that's it.
Oh, no. No, this is true.
I think maybe you're rejecting people left and right and you don't realize it, but
I mean, in hindsight, I can sometimes see it, but I'm saying, usually the first rejection is enough for people because I'm not hot enough to try again.
Think about how hard it is to ask somebody out. Like,
oh yeah,
I never want to be a dude.
Oh, for sure, but like, I'm not. It's not like when I turn guys down, it's never in a way that like, or at least I hope it never comes across as a like, how dare you even speak to me? You're not.
It doesn't have
level.
to be that. It could just be like any sort of rejection, and they're like, "Oh shit, am I?" Because they probably thinking like, "Oh shit, am I bothering her?"
No. Usually, when I turn guys down for various reasons, I tell them. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what I tell them; they're gonna internalize it any way they want. But usually, it's just like I'm telling them, like, I'm not going to be what you think I'm going to be. So
how do you know what they think?
For your sake, you should move on, sir.
If you have those types of powers, you should be richer. I'm just saying.
I should be.
Know what other people are thinking.
Oh, when it comes to men, it's fairly easy.
Men are people, and
they are simple.
I have 3 psychology degrees. Nobody is simple. There's not a subset of the population.
They are men.
Damn sure ain't half.
They are men of simple needs, and it's kind of clear what they are wanting from you in certain stages of the courting phase of things. And I'm just letting them know up top, sir, whatever you think you're gonna get out of me, you not. But along home.
There are men that want conversation. Have you ever talked to like a sex worker? And talk to them about like any kind of sex worker, stripper, prostitute, dominatrix.
One of my like, how would I describe him? He is like a slightly above associate, not quite friend, who's a dom.
Okay, talk to a woman sex worker, and ask them how much money they get paid to listen to men talk.
Oh, I mean, I've watched plenty of Forensic Files episodes of strippers talking about how they don't even gotta be on the pole that night. Dude would just pay for them to just sit next to them all night.
Right. So when you're saying like, I know what you want, like, dude might want somebody to listen to him.
Well, be nice to him.
Like,
hold on. I lost my headphones. Okay, go ahead.
He might just want your attention.
Well, if that's the case, say it. Because sometimes.
Do you know what alexithymia is?
Who?
Oh, okay. So alexithymia is when you are unaware of your own feelings. So like you have feelings, but you are so bad at processing them, you can't like express them verbally. And a lot of men have this. So like alexithymia is like a disorder, but there's also like to a lesser degree where they call it like everyday alexithymia, where a lot of men have this problem in part because of how boys are socialized. Like
all right, I'll give dudes a little more grace when they're talking to me. Like, but it don't take much for them to lose interest, because like they don't give me anything to work with. Like if you talk to me, I will generally talk with you. Like I will, try to engage as best I can, as interesting as the conversation can last, or I can muster trying to be interested, but they just don't give me much to work with. And like you think it would be a little better in text form because like you don't have to bear witness to me making eye contact with you because that unnerves a lot of people that I actually look you in the face when you're talking to me. Some people do not like that. I see it as a sign of respect and that I'm engaged, but some people don't like that.
And you're an
So
avatar, so I can't see like what you're doing.
this is basically the same thing, but without the locks and the headphones. Yeah, this is basically it. I blink, maybe not as much as my avatar, but I do blink. But anyway, I would think that texting is like easier for some people. It's not. So it's whatever.
I don't know why you would think texting is easier. Like so much of communication is nonverbal, and text messages.
I mean, in
This is
terms of
another reason
expressing yourself, I would, for some people who can't say what they want verbally, sometimes it's easier for them to write it out.
they no for alexithymia people, like it's hard for them to form a thought to
Damn.
say.
Okay, well, I don't know. I
So
don't
they
know.
cannot. So like texting will not fix it. That's another reason why I don't like. I don't. I like text messages for quick things, but I like
Yeah.
phone calls to have phone calls at least, because like I said, so much of communication is nonverbal, and
Yeah.
so much cannot be inferred with text messages, such as tone. Like it's like
Yeah.
saying a joke over text message, oh my god, could be just really really misread. uh
Yeah. Sometimes
yeah,
Mike will often call me and be like, "You seem mad."
just trying to get clarification
Right. Just
from a generation that did not grow up with text message, did not grow up with like cell phones in hand, like we.
But you know what's annoying? What's annoying for me is I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Because
Okay,
like
damned if
when
you do what or don't
like
what.
damned if I text, damned if I don't text, damned if I call, damned if I don't. Like with my family especially. Like I've said before how like even just like work emails, they're like you could be friendlier and it's like just me just stating facts. Like I'm not rude, but I'm also not like, "Hey guys." Actually, that's my opening. It'll be like, "Hey guys,
I
here's the
would.
here's the thing. Have a good night." Like that'd be it. And then I'd be like, "Oh, you could be friendlier." What's more friendlier than an
Okay,
opener?
you say that shit to me, and all of my response is gonna be ChatGPT, and I'm gonna tell ChatGPT to use a friendly tone.
Oh my god, I don't
Convey
fucking
this
care.
convey this message in that way. When they come back and say like, I thought I told you to be friendlier, and it's just gonna be like, well, this is how I remedied it, because
But
I
it's
don't really
like,
know what you
but
mean.
this is the thing for me. Depending on what the subject matter is, it don't need a whole lot of preamble.
Here's the thing, you're a woman, and because you're a woman, people will expect you to be nicer than it is possible to be. And also because you are a woman, it might not be your tone, it might be what you are saying. If you are saying something that they don't want to hear, there is no tone in which you can say it as a woman that's not going to have them be like, well, I didn't like it.
Well, here's the thing. Depending on, again, it all depends on subject matter. With my position at my job, I'm kind of like the middleman for the middleman. So certain exchanges is gonna be short anyway. I'm just like passing along a message from somebody else, or I'm just saying like, "Yo, here's the thing that you requested. Let us know if you need anything else." That's basically the extent of what my exchanges can often be. Now when we get on a Zoom call, then there's chance for there to be more like conversations and friendly engagement, which I think I do fairly well. But again, this is a work meeting. I'm going to keep it short so we can get to the point. I'm not going to be the one that prolongs some sidebar conversation, but if the sidebar conversation is still going along, I'm not going to be the one to be like, "Hey guys, let's get back on track." I'm not going to be that person. I'll either be quiet or I'll engage or whatever. But like today, I had a blow up with my family because of my quote unquote tone. So in my
What happened?
well, first of all, just getting back to like the tone of texting versus calling. Even in my text messages with friends and family, it can be pretty like to the point. Maybe I'll throw in a meme or a gif every now and then, but generally it's going to be like no LOLs, not necessarily an emoji, just like a state of fact, whatever, or an acknowledgement that I saw a message you sent. And so last week, me and my aunt had arranged to do brunch at a spot up by me. It was like, and I had told her, like, that spot is always jumping, like, lines out the door. I've never been because of how busy it is. I will need to make reservations. So I made reservations, like, moments after she asked me about it. I'm like, all right, I made reservations for two of us at 1 o'clock. Cool. Then I hear yesterday, my grandparents decided to just out of the blue come on down to Chicago. And I do not like folks just popping up. Now, this is no real problem.
Where were they coming from?
Indiana.
And where were they staying?
At my aunt's.
Okay.
That's what they generally say. But like my aunt also does Airbnb. So like hopefully she didn't have any Airbnb guests because that's where they would otherwise be sleeping.
They didn't call her.
No, they do that sometimes. They'll just pop up. And I don't like just popping up on people. Like sometimes even my aunt will just pop up and go to Indiana, but my grandparents don't go nowhere. So it's fine. Like generally somebody's going to be home. She has a way of getting in the house. It's no big deal. But again, my aunt runs an Airbnb. That's where they could essentially stay in one of the other bedrooms, but like because they're older, we're always mindful of their mobility. So we don't want them having to go up the really, really tall stairs, and even just going down to the basement is like, ugh. So we generally like to prepare for them to show up. And for them to just show up is like, if she had guests downstairs, then they're going to have to be upstairs, this whole thing. But anyway, not something I got to stress about. That's something I'm dealing with of like, if it's not my concern, don't worry about it. But we got brunch plans at a very busy brunch spot. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, now I got to try to see if I can like add two more people.
Yeah.
So I checked with the reservation site. I couldn't even adjust the time for us to go. It just straight up said there is no availability tomorrow. Plus it was like over the 24-hour mark to like make changes. No real repercussions if I did, but I couldn't make the changes. And then I got a text message from the spot saying, confirm your reservation. So I called my aunt and I asked her, I'm like, I'm going to use the tone I used with her. I was like, hey, so are we still good for tomorrow? And so she starts to say like, yeah, Nana and Pop-Up are here. I'm like, yep, I already know. And I already checked. The reservations will not let me add 2 more people. She's like, okay, I'm like, yeah, so are we still good? Or do you want to try to plan for another place and I can cancel? She's like, no, it's fine. We'll just bring something back for them. I'm like, okay, then. Click. Hang up. Like, she hung up on me before I could even, like, finish saying okay. And it sounded like maybe she was, like, maybe out to dinner with some friends or something when she picked up because she sounded kind of hushed. So I was like, okay, well, I don't think too much of it, whatever. So then today is getting close to 1 and the spot is like a 16-minute bus ride from me if I left at a certain time, or it's going to be like a 19-minute walk. And it's cold today and I'm like, fuck, it's cold. Oh, but I don't want to spend money either. But I'm like, but since my aunt's now coming with my grandparents, they'll just swing by and pick me up. I don't have to worry about it. But something in the back of my mind is like, they probably not going to get you. They don't be thinking like you do. They might not remember.
Why did you expect for her to pick you up?
Because it's en route to the brunch spot. Because the brunch
but
spot
like she was gonna be with the grandparents. Like, what were they gonna do while
they
y'all
were
was at the front?
Oh, I missed the point.
Okay.
I wake up this morning to see the reservations had been changed for 4 people. I'm thinking,
how?
Like, that's what I was wondering, because when I tried to make the reservation change, it was like 9 o'clock last night. So there was no changes made. I see that the reservations have been changed as of like 9 a.m. I woke up at 11. So I called to just make sure I didn't do some clicking around on my end and it actually went through. And I like texted her, confirm, like, hey, did you update the reservations? She said yes. I sent her a thumbs up. So I'm like, okay, maybe she called them first thing in the morning because they open at like 6 a.m. or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, thumbs up. So I'm thinking, okay, she gonna have all of them. She might as well swing by and get me. She called me to confirm where the spot was. Like, is it on such and such street? And I'm like trying to like double check. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, cause I'm like trying to be in the midst of like looking it up. She's like, okay, bye. Oh, okay. So I'm like, all right, it's like 12:50. Maybe she's like right around the corner. She's like, okay, I'll see you soon. 1 o'clock rolls around and she calls me. And she's like, no, did she go? Yeah, she called me. She said she was at the restaurant. No, she's like, are you here yet? I was like, no, I'm not. Like in that tone. No, I'm not. Okay, bye. I'm like, so no offer to be like, are you on your way? Did you need us to come pick you up? Nothing. Just like, I just said, no, I am not. And she just hung up on me with no explanation. I'm like, all right, well, I guess it'll take me about 19 minutes to walk. I guess I'll just walk. They can, sit down, get the order ready, whatever. Also, now I'm starting to get an attitude with her keeping abruptly hanging up on me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk. The walk might help me cool down, get my attitude in a more brunch appropriate state, because I know when I'm not in a good mood, I give off a miasma of attitude that is not nice to be around. I know it. And I try to sequester myself away when I feel a way to spare people of it. So I had texted her. Here's my text. I texted her. I assumed since everyone was coming now, y'all would pick me up. I'll just walk. That's it. That was my text message. So she gonna call me. And I answer, I said, yes. Okay, you don't have to give such attitude, all right? You can check the attitude. I'm like, what the? I'm like, first of all, why am I being yelled at? I've had nothing but an even tone in my text messages, in the phone calls, and you yelling at me saying I got a tone. Well, you sounded like you ain't want to be disturbed, so that's why I was hanging up. I was like, what? Well, first of all, you ain't let me finish my sentences before you were even hanging up. No, you don't have to have such a fucking attitude. And then I can hear my grandma in the background like, hey! We're dropping the F-bomb in front of my grandma. And I was like, you know what? Forget it. Y'all just enjoy lunch. I'm not coming. And as I was walking to the front of my building because I had to go out the back door to throw some stuff away. And as I'm answering the call and getting berated for an apparent tone and attitude, I'm like, you know what? Y'all just enjoy lunch. And I just went back into my building, took my pants off, and just sat down and finished watching my podcast. Because, like, now I have an attitude. All because I'm trying to keep an even tone, because y'all already know how I feel about miscommunication and having to change plans and all of that. My family already knows I don't like it. So I'm trying to not appear as irritated when people do things like that, as per my therapist saying,
maybe it showed anyway.
That's what she keeps saying. That's what my aunt said. She's like, well, you might not be aware of it, but your tone comes out. And I'm like, I am aware of it. My tone was even. Like, I was trying to keep an even tone of just like I wasn't yelling. I wasn't calling nobody out their name or acting especially pissy. My text message just said, I thought y'all was gonna come pick me up. I'll just walk. Because
okay, but that's your text message, and your text message does not convey tone, and so they imagined your tone.
But then she called me. Mind you, there's been text messages and calling, and she's saying I sound like she was getting on my nerves. No.
Well, maybe it's a mix of she's kind of thrown for a loop by by your parents, your grandparents just popping up, and she's projecting that onto you, which is easy to do because you have a history of being annoyed when plans
Yeah, like
change.
I also considered as like she was internalizing a lot of shit because I did not accuse her of anything. If anything, I was talking to my nana like y'all just popped up out of the blue, or did somebody forget to tell me that y'all was coming? Because I had literally just been talking to my grandmom the day before, and she didn't say nothing about, oh yeah, we're gonna come by on Saturday. Are you gonna be free? Because I was
She
actually,
didn't she didn't have the thought then. She
I
had
know,
the thought after she hung up.
but either way, could have texted to be like, hey, are you gonna be free tomorrow? Me and Pop Pop are gonna come down through Monday. Like nothing was communicated. I get it. You know, in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't like it, but I already was trying to pivot, trying to see like, okay, we still gonna do this main spot. Ooh, we can't. I can't fit them in. Do we want to cancel this reservation and do something else with Nana and Pop Pop? And she had already agreed. No, we're gonna still go, and we'll just bring food back for Nana and Pop Pop. And then reservations were changed this morning. I'm like, okay, thumbs up. I don't see where I had any tone. My voice wasn't elevated like it is now. It was just very even tempered of like, yep, alrighty, I'll see that. Like as even toned as I can be, despite whatever subconscious issues I might have. So to be yelled at really pissed me off. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I just said I'd walk. Again, the spot is literally a 16-minute bus ride or a 19-minute walk. And I thought I'd save myself $5.
I think both
just,
of y'all are frustrated by the fact that your plans got changed due to no fault of either one of you.
I mean, but like the plans were changed, but like it wasn't an issue that was like for me to say like it wasn't an issue for me to harp on is saying something because again,
but I'm saying it was frustrating for both of you because them coming up now means that there's extra phone calls that need to be made to the reservation
but again she said herself the night before, we will go and we will bring food back for Nana and Pop Pop.
But
only for her to then go behind my back and add onto the reservation, which I have no problem with. I was actually surprised she was able to do it, but kudos that she was able to get in contact with the restaurant and do it.
And this whole time, neither of you confirmed whether or not she was picking you up.
Exactly, and that's why I said I'd walk, because I was like, did I actually ever confirm when we made our original plans that I would meet her there or she would pick me up? No, we didn't. So that's why I just said I thought with everybody coming, y'all would pick me up. I'll just walk. It wasn't like I said, guess y'all just didn't think to pick me up. Y'all just gonna leave me? No, I just said like
that's how she interpreted it because it's a text message.
She internalized that as like me blaming them. I put the blame on me. I said I thought with everyone coming, y'all would pick me up. I'll just walk. Because again, in my mind, I'm looking at 16-minute bus ride, 19-minute walk. I'm gonna do a 19-minute walk, get some fresh air, maybe alleviate my attitude by the time I get there, work up an appetite. You know, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not thinking about what other people are going to internalize. And I'm especially not expecting people to yell at me because she came off the pot yelling at me when I answered. Like, I either said hello or yes. And she's like, you need to fix your attitude. I'm like, what the fuck? Not to be like, how long is it going to take you to walk or nothing? Because like, again, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, guess I'm walking. I could have took the bus earlier, but I didn't. And after you confirmed which street you were supposed to go on, you hung up so fast. I thought you was right around the corner. Because mind, she called me at like maybe 12:40 or something. So I'm thinking like, when she said, okay, I'll see you soon, I'm thinking like, oh, she about to pull up in like 20 minutes. She was just confirming where the restaurant was.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a lapse.
It was a lapse at the restaurant.
Yeah, it didn't say I'd see you at the restaurant. But again, it was a lapse.
No, but that's what she meant. But she didn't.
I know that's what she meant after the fact. But again, I had already had in my mind, like, I could meet them there. But they got the car and my grandparents. Knowing my grandfather, he probably would have been like, "Yo, pick up Ashley. I don't want her walking, even though the sun's still out." He'd be like, "Yo, pick up Ashley." But they didn't. So, it was one of two possibilities. Either they were going to pick me up or I'm going to have to find my way there. And I didn't want to hop on the bus and then they swung by. It wasn't going to be that big of a deal. It was like a 4-minute drive. The point is, there was a lapse in communication on both of our sides that did not need to be addressed because it's obvious it was a lapse. I thought wrong. I'm going to walk. And now you're yelling at me. You know what? Now I'm not coming at all. I'm going back in the house. God damn it.
From her perspective, I got up at 6 a.m. to make sure that I accommodate everybody.
First of all, she's already up that early because she goes to the gym. So I don't even want to hear that again. Like I'm getting out of my way.
Okay, well, I made this happen when I made this happen.
Which you didn't have to do.
Everything's going to go great now. And then when she gets there, you're not there. And it's like, and then it's just a hiccup of like, my vision did not come true.
Which is not
what the hell?
Which is not even that big of a vision because it's me. If of all family members to not be somewhere in a timely manner, and it's me, know that I'm probably working out a plan, especially if I text you within moments of like, within 10 minutes of the meetup plan or something of like my ETA or what I'm doing, then it's fine. Especially with a restaurant that's that busy in my neighborhood. By the time y'all would be seated and figured out what the fuck y'all wanted, because I already knew what I was going to order. I could have just texted them and been like, order this for me. By the time I got there, my food probably would have been just sat in front of me, so I'd have time to sit, eat, communicate, all that kind of good stuff.
Is she a perfectionist?
But they fucked up my mood. I was like, I'm not.
Is she a perfectionist?
No, she's not no damn perfectionist.
Okay.
I'm the perfectionist, if anything. My mom is type A, and I'm probably like B+. My aunt is like a C is passing. But again, it was accusing me of tone and attitude that pissed me off because I was actually trying to be cognizant of it. And then they fucked up my attitude. And I'm like, now my attitude is fucked. And I don't want to be sitting down at a table trying to have conversation that I don't want to have because my attitude is soured. And now everybody's mad because my attitude is bad. And it's like, it's just going to be a whole shit storm. I'm not going. I'm not answering no phone calls. I'm not answering no text. And it pissed me off too. Then my aunt, she texted me. Ain't even apologized. I'm not gonna be talking to my aunt for a minute because she pissed me off.
Is that right? Is that her right now?
No, that's not her. That's my email. So when I initially had texted, I assumed since everyone was coming now, y'all would pick me up. I'll just walk. She said, I didn't know that. And that's when she had called me. And then she blew up at me. And I was like, well, I'm just not gonna go.
What did she
say?
No,
I lied. She said, I didn't know that. And I said, you never confirmed and kept hanging up on me. That's when she called and said I was giving her attitude. Like, I'm just stating facts. You never confirmed. And you kept hanging up on me before I could even finish confirming shit. So then she blows up at me and I'm like, well, y'all can just go ahead and have lunch, whatever the fuck. I ain't cussed because, again, my grandma's in the background. But then she gonna text me. And she's like, as I said, you don't hear your tone when you're talking to people. It sounded like I was disturbing you, which I'm like, what? My tone did not sound like that in my head, but whatever. It sounded like I was disturbing you, and this is why I just got off the phone. You could have called back and inquired about the ride. Just come so Nana and Pop-Pop can see you.
Did you end up seeing them?
No, I did not.
That's gonna be the kerfuffle of the year.
They'll be all right. And it's sad to say, but it's Fifi's fault.
They gonna talk about your ass.
Talk about me, record it and play it back. But I'm not showing up to places when I have a stank attitude. It's not fun for anybody. I'm not doing that. And so, yeah, I was like, I don't need to inquire about a ride. Like, that neighborhood was going to be already a pain in the ass to try to get parking anyway. I didn't need y'all to pick me up. I said I'd walk. It's like, why is this? It didn't have to be a big deal, but then to tell me it's not that big a deal pissed me off. Because like, don't tell me how much emphasis to put on something when you're the one yelling at me about a tone and attitude I didn't have, but now I do. I just said, enjoy the brunch. My measured tone will just ruin the mood. Now I got an attitude. That's my attitude for you. If my monotone way of speaking most of the time seems to be tone for y'all, I'm really gonna piss y'all off if I show up. She's gonna say, just get your mind together and come. It's not that serious.
Get your mind together.
Get your mind together and come. It's not that serious. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Where?
Oh, wait.
When did she apologize?
I think she's saying that she's apologizing right now. I apologize is an apology.
No. I apologized for the misunderstanding.
Apologize or apologize?
With an
like,
ED.
With a D. Oh. Oh.
That, now, I can give you the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, that was a typo.
Are you trying to say that she's trying to gaslight you into accepting an
an
apology that she never gave?
Right. Now, I'm not saying she's trying to gaslight me, but she ain't never say sorry in the text message, and definitely not when she was yelling at me in the phone call. So I will give a very slight 0.01% that maybe that was a typo of I apologize for the misunderstanding. But that's not the part that I'm mad about. I'm mad at you yelling at me and saying I had a tone and attitude. Because now I do have a tone and attitude, and I'm not going to subject y'all to that. And then going to be like, text me your order. I just ignored it. Same with my grandma.
Oh.
She's like, waiting for you. Love to see you. Table's ready. Come on. Do you want me to order something for you? And I said no.
See, now you're being pissy.
So what? So sorry about the confusion, frowny face.
Oh.
I said, being yelled at for having a tone and attitude soured my mood. Hope you enjoyed the food.
Okay, so like how much of this is not having to do with what happened with your family, but then like stepping on a wound that's already been put there by your work?
Well, it's not even work. The tone thing is work and family. My mom always says it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. She says that all the time. So I'm
Is there anybody who doesn't have a problem with your tone? Mike, jump in. Do you have a problem with that?
No, Mike would too. Mike would too. I'm literally trying to think. I would say, shoot, maybe my baby brother, maybe, but I don't really talk to him that much, so he don't really know. See?
Damn.
Yeah. So again, I am hyper aware of how I come across people. Even my silence can be deafening to people. If I'm not speaking, people are like, oh fuck, Ashley's upset. He hasn't said anything. And I'm like, god damn. I try to be quiet and y'all are on pins and needles. I say something, y'all on pins and needles. I can't win for winning. I can't lose for losing. It's across the board. So then to be yelled at on top of that, I'm like, you know what? Well, fuck it. I'll just stay home. Because now I'm really aware of how I feel. And like I said, it literally feels like a miasma of like just darkness when I'm in a mood and I get that 1,000-yard stare of like poker face of like, I'm just existing. I'm just existing right now. Don't feel. So I was like, nope. I'm not doing it. So, unfortunately, my grandparents got caught in the crossfire. The food was good, according to my nana.
But they also caused it.
I mean, a very slight ripple of things of like, oh, we got to shift some things around. But really, it was my aunt. It was my aunt accusing me of having a tone and an attitude that I did not have. It's like when somebody tells you to calm down. My grandfather does that too.
Has anybody in the history of humanity ever calmed down because somebody told them?
Right. Like those two words,
calm.
those two words specifically telling somebody to calm down will just ramp things up. It'd be different to be like, shh, okay, breathe. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Like that's different. And even then, depending on the situation,
Maybe they should.
I'm
Maybe we
still
should
gonna get
stop
mad.
telling people to calm down, and you should say like, "Go fight!" Like,
Like,
do the most.
yeah. Like, unless I have brandished a weapon and have started calling you out your name, and even then, depending on the situation, don't tell me to calm down.
Go off.
Sometimes, right? Go off, queen. Yes, drag me. You know, because like either that's going to make them like rev up even more, or they'll be like,
"Wait a minute, it's not the thing."
Okay, hold on. You know, like it's like just letting a toddler tire themselves out, kind of thing. Like sometimes they just got to get it out of them.
Maybe I would like to test this strategy.
Okay, well, your mom's got a short fuse. See how that works on her.
She'll be like, "Yeah, I will," and then she'll be like, "Wait, why'd you tell me that?"
That reverse psychology. Don't be using your psychology on me. Think you so smart. But yeah, my grandfather gets on my nerves when he tells me to calm down too, because like it's literally me just having a stern, strong tone about something. Like I'm not yelling. I'm not calling anybody out of their name. I'm not hyperventilating. I'm just succinctly saying how I feel about something.
And if you say "Go off, queen," in response to that, that's gonna feel a little weird to you, and then you will know that you shouldn't be trying to tell this person to rev up or calm down, and you should just hear what they're trying to say.
Right, but like the more you say, the more now I'm pissed off, because I'm trying to like, because when you tell someone to calm down, it's dismissive in a way.
Yeah.
Especially to me when it happens, because again, oftentimes what I'm doing is I'm calling out a transgression or why I did not like something happening the way it did, whether that happened to me or something I observed. And what I oftentimes do is I punctuate each point I'm making with this chopping motion. I'm doing it now, actually. I don't know if my hands can do it.
I can't.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. Not necessarily with both hands out, but it's a chopping motion into the other hand. Yes, like putting a period on it instead of like how other people will like clap after every syllable. I don't clap after every syllable. I'm not clapping so that you can hear me. It's like a grounding kind of motion for me of like, this is point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3. Like it's for me more than anything else. And he's like, "You're clapping." I'm like, "You don't even hear my hands touching. What are we talking about?"
Ooh, is that the sound of one hand clapping? Did you
No,
discover it?
No, that was me touching my thigh.
But no, when you're doing that and they're hearing clapping, is that?
I don't know.
Clapping?
There's literally no clapping happening. It's literally just me just placing my hand.
But it's in their head.
Yeah, it's in their head. They see a black woman with 2 hands coming together and oh, she's clapping.
That's the sound of one hand clapping. Okay, so I will let you get back to this story, but in a sidebar, I was in a consciousness class, which is like when you're a psych major, you get to take fun classes on like sex and like consciousness in different states of consciousness. And so he was talking about meditation, and he was talking about a certain type of meditation and the types of questions that they might ask you to get you to like reflect deeply. And he said like questions such as, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" And I was like this, and he was not impressed.
Wait, was that not the answer? Oh, my bad.
About the shit. But like when you said that, like you're doing like this, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing the black lady clap," and you're like, "I'm not clapping. It's one hand." No, it's like that's the sound of one hand clapping.
Oh my god, I'm ready. Like this. Oh just like this. Where we going with this, sir? Like, I can do it. Why ain't nobody else? Why are you booing me? I'm right. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god. That reminds me when I like this person was doing a scary story and their flashlight was slowly going out and I thought their flashlight was actually dying and I turned on mine. And they looked at me like, ma'am, you ruined my dramatic effect. I was like, well, they didn't say that, but that was the look they gave me. I was like, oh, you meant to do that. I'm sorry.
I thought it was helping.
Right. Because we were on listen, I'm the only black girl on a haunted London tour. So I was at the front of the pack with the guide at all times. I'm like, oh, sis, don't worry. I got you. She just looked at me like, ma'am. I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, so all that to say, tone is, I'm not even going to say difficult. Tone can oftentimes be up to communication depending on how receptive the other person is going to be. Because you can think you are trying to be as non-confrontational and as neutral as possible, and the neutralness of it can be seen as an affront because you don't have enough emotion, or like, what the damned if you do, damned if you don't. So yeah, I'm a little pissed at mine. Luckily, my therapy session is tomorrow, so I'll also talk this over with my therapist to see how she interprets it.
I would love to know what she says.
Yeah, I was implementing her plan because she told me, like, you know, when it comes to your family and plans, sometimes you need to have a plan B. My plan B was walking, and I got yelled at for it.
Well, it seems like you had many plan Bs, because like it started off as brunch with you and your aunt. Then your grandparents came in, so you tried to make
you were either going to cancel it, do something else.
You called
and she said, no, we gonna just bring them food. Cool.
And you thought like, okay, so we have a plan, and that's
right.
That's it.
And again, for the lapse of communication of how it was going to be there, that was on both our faults. I wasn't blaming nobody. I had already had in the back of my mind, like, she might not actually pick me up. And with the slim time between her calling me and confirming where the spot was, I thought she was around the corner from getting me. She wasn't. That was my bad. I don't want to spend $5. I'm going to walk.
Does she usually do that?
Yeah. Like, well, here's the thing. Depending on where we're going, I will generally meet her there. Because usually it'll be like a neutral spot somewhere downtown. But with it being literally a 4-minute car ride from my house, she could have picked me up and I could have confirmed it. But again, the biggest thing for me was, one, the span of time between when she was confirming where the spot was and when our reservation was for. So I'm thinking like, okay, she's just around the corner. And in the back of my mind, number two, she had been cutting our phone calls short all weekend. So I'm like, I don't know what her deal is with not letting me finish sentence and stuff, but I'm gonna just let it rock. So I didn't feel a need to call her back. I figured I'll just walk, because again, I needed the fresh air, and I didn't feel like I need to explain that to nobody. I'm a walk. I'll meet you there. It's a busy spot. My grandparents need extra time to sit down and park a car and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a fast walker. In the time it takes my family to do most stuff, I can already do it twice over. So, you know, I ain't think nothing of it. And I don't feel like I always got to explain my damn self to people. I'm a grown ass woman. But you know, when people be internalizing shit, which my aunt has a tendency to do, things happen. So it's like, you know what? I'll just go to that brunch spot when I feel it. One of these days, it's around the corner for me. I can go in the middle of the day tomorrow if I wanted to. Or maybe I'll wait for my foodie friend to come because she's supposed to come out here at some point. It's whatever.
You have a fruity friend?
I do have a foodie friend. She loves to eat.
Oh,
She
I
loves
thought you
to
said
cook.
fruity.
I mean, I got a
Like
lot of those
fruit.
too.
Like I was like about to ask you what that meant. If you meant gay or like highly perfumed. Like what?
No,
Okay.
I have never used fruity to describe one, a very perfumed person, or two, a queer woman. I might have used fruity for a guy back in the day, but I don't even think I use fruity now.
Well, I've been listening to the Lizzo's latest album, and
The new one.
she does like say at one point that she's feeling fruity.
I feel like
She said she's
every
feeling fruity. Your girl's a cutie.
every other woman in the music industry, I swear, is queer. I don't remember the last time I've seen a queer artist. Maybe Taylor Swift. She's probably the last straight
Yeah,
past.
but like people thought that she was. People did think that she was gay, and there was like lots of people crashing out over her like
possibly
getting
being queer.
engaged because they
Oh,
were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
she was gay.
Oh no, they still think it's a lavender marriage. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to stop taking the Delulu pills and let this woman live her life. But no, there's a lot of like vocally out queer women.
That's
in the
another
music
one.
industry.
Taylor Swift is another one that got caught up by tone, I would say. So, and like mode of communication, because I noticed that a lot of people who listened to our album didn't see a problem with it, but people who just read the lyrics were like, oh my god, what the fuck, white supremacy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing too, because like lyrics for songs can be like so whack on their own.
Yeah, because it's like I'm trying to put it to the beat.
You put it to the beat, and with the right voice, you be singing it too. I know there's a Sade song that like which I forget the name of the song, but like the lyrics is like, "Mama's been laid off, Papa's been laid off, my brother can't get a job," and I'm like, "Yeah, my brother can't get a job either." Like, but it's a smooth beat. It is Sade, but the lyrics are like, "Bitch, what? What are we talking about?" Oh yeah.
Give Taylor. I don't want to be the one who says give Taylor Swift a break, but please just like
leave Britney alone.
Don't read it. Don't read it.
I know, but then too, another thing people had issues with is just how a lot of the music is centered on like her man. They're like, I don't need to know that his dick is like a redwood tree.
But like a lot of her music has been centered around men, whether she was getting with them or breaking up with them or whatever.
Yeah, but now that they specifically have a face to her latest man,
they have like, always had a face to her men.
But it was usually
she's been with a lot of men, and she's written songs about all of them.
Yeah, but this is the one that's been like the most public, I would say.
So they're mad at her for being in a relationship.
Yep.
Still? Yep. Or like, what's that?
Yeah, they're mad at her for being in a relationship and for it being him for some reason. I don't know.
Whatever. You know, she's gonna.
I've yet to see anyone really be like happy for celebrities when they're married, especially like music artists and idols. There's always going to be that subsection of their fans that's like, they're too good for them. How dare they? They're supposed to be single forever for us. And it's like, girl, get a grip.
It's not real. Your relationship with them is not real. She doesn't know you.
your relationship with that person in your head ain't got nothing to do with what they actually do in the real world.
It's not real.
It's
not
like
real.
I saw this one video of one of these K-pop idols. This dude, cute boy. He reminds me of my brother, actually. He's like three days after my brother was born kind of situation. So I see him as like a little brother. But he had a fan call with this chick who was talking about how she talked to her mom all the time about how she's so obsessed with him. And her mom has been setting her up on blind dates with people. And she asked the idol, how am I supposed to go on these dates when you've stolen my heart? And he tried to be as diplomatic as he could. He was just like, um, some people don't realize reality in their head is not actual reality. And then the phone call ended. Because these
Oh, that's
listen,
cold. That's cold
because
blooded. But
these no, but that's not his fault. Because these fan calls literally be only like 1 to 2 minutes, and people be spending hundreds of dollars to have 1 to 2 minute conversations with these idols with their handlers out of camera fame, keeping tabs of how long the conversation is going on, what they can say, what they can do, what they can't do. And if they feel like the conversation is going left, they will cut that shit off real quick. And it just so happened her conversation just ran out of time because she spent a good chunk of it talking about how she's obsessed and how her mom was trying to get her married, but she can't marry nobody because she's in love with a nigga who don't know she exists. I'm like, girl. And it's like, you can like an idol, but you gotta live your life too.
is there any American celebrity that you would pay $100 to talk to for a minute?
Hell no. Hell no. Because I've experienced the celebrities and the musicians I've wanted to in concert front row, and that works for me. You know, a couple $100 front row for like a 2-3 hour concert experience.
What
Maybe
is there
getting pulled on stage.
anybody? Okay, what about? See, I don't like the rule that they get to like yank the cord on you if they don't like what you're saying, because
Yeah, well, because some folks be getting inappropriate.
like so many, like this is another way that Trump could make money. Because like if he were to like say like I'll take a 1-minute phone call,
I'm pretty sure
like
he's
so
done
many
that.
of us would call him to cuss him out. Like,
Oh, that'd be hilarious. People just that's like 50 Cent levels of petty where he like buys out all the front row tickets to a concert just so it looks bare. I mean, I don't want to put no money in that man's pocket, so I'm not doing that for one.
Right.
But yeah, that's hilarious. But in terms of these idols, though, they kind of have to, because some of these idol fans just be inappropriate. You know, they might come up there, try to flash you or something, try to ask you inappropriate questions about your love life or your sex life. Like, ew, disgusting. There, I saw this one idol chick. She's like 17. There was a picture of her like at the movie theaters with like her tray of popcorn and like a see-through cup of soda, and there was a reflection of a man in it. Like if you zoomed in, you could see that it was like, I guess, a male silhouette. That bitch got fired from her group for being out with a man.
Oh,
I'm like, what the
wow.
fuck? Like, what if that was her brother? Maybe it was a cousin. Maybe it was just a relative in general. Maybe it was just a manly figured female associate.
I know I would have lied. I would have played it off like that's just my boxy aunt. Like she can't tell.
My boxy aunt. This is my Aunt Bertha. How dare you?
She didn't tell me that she got a flat chest and a flat ass and
wide shoulders. How dare you? Yeah, no, that girl got fired. I'm like, oh my god, y'all need to leave people
ridiculous.
alone. It is,
but also like, so I think like all those rules are like really, really like bad for a human. In Asia, and I thought that we didn't have anything equivalent to that, but then like to see like the backlash a person can get for being in a relationship that's working is like, that's well, okay, so that's not Asian levels of unhealthy with celebrity, but it's on the spectrum.
It's still a level of entitlement that fans don't deserve, but at least it's not costing these celebrities their livelihood.
Right.
You know, we're talking people being put on hiatus from their group because there was a rumor that they were a bully in middle school, and it's been 15 years removed. No evidence. Just the internet.
If I get fired because I was a bully in high school or middle school or whatever, I'm coming back to bully you some more. Like, now I have a reason to be pissed.
You know, it's like
That's
It's a
today's
lot.
show. That's today's theme. Have you tried making it worse? Like,
That's basically it. You think you solving it. You
calm
think you're being
down.
diplomatic.
Calm down doesn't work. Have you tried
Calm
go
down
on,
for what?
Queen?
Yeah.
Just to see what happens. Have you
Just to see what
tried
happens. Have you tried
making it
escalating
work?
it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's a true question. I don't think I've ever tried escalating it. I just always remove myself. Though, is in removing myself making it worse?
You
Maybe.
don't get to see that because you're not there. Have you tried going to the brunch anyway and having the stankiest attitude you could have? Like, give them all the smoke, and not for your grandparents, just for her. Like, like this is the thing I was not aware that I do, but my father's called me out on it. Like, I can smile at like one person and then be like mad at another person and then be like, what?
I can see you doing that. Like
Because
the smile just melts immediately.
I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. You can kiss my ass. We good.
Oh god. I don't think I've had to deal with that, honestly. I just immediately remove myself.
Like, I wasn't even thinking about how I do that. And then my father called me out on it and he was like, it's crazy. It's a weird shit. It's very unsettling. And I was like,
because the thing is,
and then thinking back to like some shit that happened like 20 years ago. Like, I had an issue with a coworker, and I guess like when I guess like he told me I looked at him hard, which is and then I saw somebody I wasn't having beef with, and I was like, hey, gave him a hug and everything. And then like we had this conference over 3 days. He didn't say shit to me then. I drive all the way home, it was like a 4-hour drive for the conference. And then as soon as I get home, he gives me a call, and I call him back because I don't know what this is about. And he's like, why did you look at me like that? And I'm like,
well, at least he addressed it after the fact. My grandfather would not let that shit go. My grandfather's the type of person that if it don't concern him, he's going to sit everybody down right then and there to address the issue. Whether you want to or not. If it is an issue, y'all gotta hash it out now. And it's like, I don't want to.
No, we might want to process our emotions separately and then come together later. Yeah.
Right. Like, if after the fact there is still some heightened tension, maybe. Or guess what? I guess the tension
because if we gotta do this right now, like I might fight you. Like I don't know what I'm going to do.
And especially not around the food, man. Like, it's gonna make
a nice restaurant in public.
You know, and again, now my food don't taste as good no more because I got a bad, you know, it's the whole thing. I don't want to do all that. And it's like, it's already, no, we just gonna have to tackle this later. But
or I'm saying, like, you could go and you could act stank, but you don't want your food to taste bad. So you're like, I'm getting my order to go unless you treating as an apology.
No, and they were basically trying to be like that. Like, hey, we'll order something for you. You want us to pick you up? No, because I didn't want y'all near my apartment. Because I'm not coming downstairs to let y'all in. So don't even find no excuse to try to come by here. I'm not doing it. I'm not talking to the rest.
When she said that she apologized, if she ever tries that again,
I should have sent.
You should say like, well, I didn't see it.
Is the apology in the room with us?
No, I would say like, well, I didn't see it, and then send her your Cash App so that she can.
Oh no, I would not do that.
How sorry are you?
No, like, again, it's one of those situations, and I've even explained this to Mike before. Like, depending on the situation, just I need a week to like just get my emotions back to where they
We
need to
built
be.
different because if you give me some money, I'll get over it.
No, it depends on it. It depends on the infracture. This is not an infracture where I feel like I need money. Like I already use her washing machine. It's fine. I just do not feel like dealing with her for a few days, and then it'll
I'll
be up,
come.
and then it'll
I
be
would
up
have.
to
I would
her.
have come to brunch if she was treating.
No, and then it's up to her to apologize next time. Like I'm not gonna bring it
No,
up.
the food is the apology.
I need a verbal apology too because you were out of pocket for yelling at me.
I need money because you yelled at me.
Yeah, no.
Every time you yell at me, it's gonna cost you money.
It's like I've never spoken to anyone like this in my life. I was
Oh
voting
my
for
god, that's gonna be like $500.
Like, watch your tone. And it's weird though, because it's like we're all adults, and there's the slight, she's my aunt, so it's like respectability politics to an extent. So
No, but
it's not like I can be
you're
like,
both adults. You're
watch
both
your
adults.
tone.
Once we're all adults, we're all adults.
It's like, why you just tell me to watch my attitude? What? Oh, you want attitude? I got your attitude. Here's some attitude for you. Shit. Ugh. Now I don't know when I'm gonna see my grandparents again, because I might be working over the holiday.
Oh, you should do what they do.
Just pop up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I ain't got a car, and I hate driving out to Indiana.
Okay, but does a train go there?
Unfortunately, no. The train system in America fucking sucks. Like,
I'm sure a train from Chicago to Indiana.
It goes to like Indianapolis. My grandparents live in Kokomo.
Oh.
That's like another hour out from Indianapolis. Which is fucking annoying. There used to be a bus that dropped you off like not too far from my grandparents' house, but that bus system doesn't work anymore. America sucks. I was like every other country, you just hop on a train, you can be in the fucking sticks.
Doesn't that like blow your mind? But then like you see what's happening now, and
now we can't even fucking fly without
I know
engines falling off or staff layoff. Like honestly, I feel like every TSA person should just not go to work. Just don't go to work. What they gonna do? Fire you? You're not getting paid anyway.
They should go to work at least until my dad gets home, because my dad's out of town right now.
But like, I mean, I am thankful that like all this bullshit happened after I got back from Mexico. Yeah. Because one of our layovers was in Houston, and Houston recently had like a complete ground stop where like it was 3 hours for people to get through TSA or something crazy because nobody was at their stations. I'm like, whew! Yeah,
that's how people act when you don't pay them.
As they should. Nobody should fly. No one should fly. What's it called? Air Force 1 or 2. See how they feel about that. Ain't nobody in the tower. Can't nobody land. Oh no. So sad. You can't go to Mar-a-Lago.
This administration. I'm so sick of them wrecking everything, but also showing us how has our government up until this point just been held together with like glue and toothpicks? Because
and asbestos. And asbestos that's now just in the air.
Thanks. Yeah.
To
build a ballroom bunker. What the fuck is that? What is that? Or is it a bunker? Like
I don't know. It don't even match the facade of anything else.
How about so when they said East Wing, like when I hear wing, I feel like, oh, like that's a part of the building. That's not like a third of the fucking building.
I mean, it is.
Like when I hear wing, I was like, oh, well, that sounds like a lot, but like what are we talking? And then I saw like the pictures, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a big chunk, but
that's a third.
I mean, low key, I don't care.
Oh, I do care, because there's weird shit happening around that ballroom.
Well, I say I don't care in the sense of like the monument of the White House in itself. I care less about the building and more so about the people elected within it. Like
You
I
know
feel
it's
like,
built by slaves, right?
yeah. So there's also that
Yeah.
built on the backs and blood of slaves. So tear the whole thing down for all I care. But I'm more concerned with the people who are running it, doing or supposed to be doing things for people in this country.
They are doing things for the billionaires in this country.
Did you see that picture when of Trump meeting with like pharmaceutical reps in the Oval Office
I
and
don't think
somebody,
those were reps. I know that was an executive. They
whatever it was,
definitely
it
wasn't
was it
reps.
was
Reps
big
are a low
names.
man on the totem
Okay, well,
pole.
big people on the totem pole were
Yeah.
meeting with him or something. Somebody passed out.
Yeah,
And
I
he
saw
was just staring
that.
ahead like an NPC with nothing to do.
Well, he didn't have anything to do. Like the
I know,
doctors there were administering care, and then he doesn't give a fuck. So why
I
should
know, but
he
like you could at least
pretend?
pretend to be
No.
like,
Okay. So like that, maybe that's your actual problem. You don't have a tone problem. You have a power problem. You need to gain more power somehow.
oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
Because like once you get to a certain level of power, nobody polices your tone anymore.
yeah, for sure. I just mean for the optics, because he's so concerned with optics. You could at least like stand
Yeah,
from
but
your
he
desk
doesn't
and look
know
over
even.
him.
Okay, so he doesn't care to the degree that he doesn't know how to pretend to care because he was
He don't.
born.
He didn't even sit down. It's like, nigga, at least sit down. You just standing there looking stupid.
No, we're at a press conference. I
No
still
one
gotta
was
be,
asking him questions. They just
I,
taking pictures of him
but
standing
I'm
there.
still me. Like the big show is still about me. I'm a little annoyed that you're looking at him. I did this. I did a good thing. Everybody should be looking at me.
I mean, he didn't even try to make conversation. It was just like that needs to
Like,
be on the cover of Time
okay, somebody
magazine.
in the background is dying. Like, who gives a fuck? Fuck him.
I mean, I know that's his attitude, but still. I'd at least be looking over him just to be like, is he good?
Did
Y'all
you
need
see?
to.
Did you see RFK sprint out of there? Like, oh shit!
Oh yeah. It's contagious. That man could not get out fast enough, and niggas, that whole administration is just weird.
I want to know why he fell out like that. Was it the asbestos?
I hope. Let me not say that.
Why?
It's
I
not nice.
mean, when you're trying to snatch food out of the mouths of children, like I don't get like how I say it. Like I hope something bad happens to you. It makes us the baddies
Yeah.
because
Karma,
like because I do.
I don't know how these people. They must have made a deal with the devil, because how the heck are these people still alive? Like the most decrepit
Well,
people.
or what we're finding out is that life, like that is the life force. Like life runs on hate juice. Like
Oh.
you should.
You saw that Dick Cheney passed away earlier this week, right?
I did, and I also saw that somebody on Twitter impersonated him and said, "Damn, it's hot down here."
They're saving you a seat, Donnie.
What I remember about Dick Cheney, besides his atrocities towards humanity while he was vice president, is also that he accidentally shot his friend in the face during a hunting trip. And
That's all I remember.
And that friend said, "I'm sorry."
Honestly, that's the only thing I remember, because I was young during that administration. I just remember he shot his friend in the face, and he was like low key running the government behind George W. Bush. Like he was the shadow president, and he was kind of mean looking. That's all I knew.
And he was very mean. He looked like how he was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even me as a child was like, something about that man ain't right. And I'm like, what, fucking 10? Yeah. Children know. Children got a sixth sense about people. Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna get going.
What you got planned this week? You got another one of them town halls.
Yes, we do.
Me and
Let
Mike
me.
sat in for the last
Yes, that was
one.
great. That
I
was
sent
great. Thank
it.
you.
I sent it to some friends. So hopefully they're on the mailing list for the next one, so they could be informed. Because like, what are they talking about? I'm like, I'm not really sure about this first one, but it looks like a series, so it'll be a series of informative information about what the fuck this administration is trying to do.
Yes, and we have the flyer for the next one. I'm just trying to pull it up.
Is that this week? I mean, I'm
No,
on the email, so I
it's
should
on
get it.
the 24th, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm on the email, so I should get an alert for when that happens. Yeah, it looked like it was a pretty good turnout.
It was, and it came together like really fast. So, like on the Thursday before, we were like, we had aimed for like 35 people, and we've only got 15 signed up. Like, we gotta do something. And then by Monday night, we had like 99 people signed up.
Woo! I think the thing
And
was
about
too.
50 showed up, and 44 were on the call at the same time.
Yeah, I think part of it in terms of like the sign up, at least for me, I think you sent me the link directly, so I was like, well, I don't need to sign up. I got the link. So
Okay.
if people just got the link, then maybe they didn't think they needed to sign up. So, but yeah, that's pretty good. You was expecting 35. You got
Well, we were aiming for 35.
aiming for
And
35. Got
mhm.
40 people to stay on for the entire thing and had a peak of 50.
Yep.
That's not bad. And, with word of mouth, it might actually grow.
Yep, that's what we're hoping for. Also, like, thank you for filling out the survey.
Yep.
Because yeah, I put together the survey, and when I told her like how many responses we got, she was like, "Oh my god, we never get that many."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for a first time town hall of sorts, or y'all's first one, that survey is going to be important because that's going to inform how it goes moving
Oh
forward.
yeah, we've
So if
also
you
like reviewed it, and also like she needs it for like proof of concept. So in order to later get funding and get more get better speakers, we need to be able to show that we have an audience, and these are the types of things that they want.
Yeah, but I mean, for like audience, anybody who is possibly watching, when people send you those surveys, especially if this is like the inaugural of something, respond. Because if you didn't like it this time around, let them know how they can improve it. And if you did like it, let them know so they can keep it around.
Yep.
Because people don't know what they don't know. And at least they asking the question.
Right.
You don't always want to respond to when it's like when things are bad, I have a habit of doing that. Like, I'll fill out a survey for something if something pissed me off. Like, yeah, I'll tell you what's wrong with you. Or like I filled out a survey recently for Pizza Hut. They talking about, was the driver friendly and personable? What the fuck? I was like, he was alright. Like I said, like I was like satisfied. Why weren't you especially satisfied? And I said, like, my driver does not need to be any more polite and professional than acknowledging that I'm the one picking up this order. And that is what he was. Because I'm like, what you're not going to do is dock this man pay or something because he wasn't getting absolutely above the board help. He called like he was supposed to, confirmed who I was. He gave me my food and said goodbye.
If they do all that, then I just give them the highest rating because I know that they're going to use it for like figuring out who gets paid what.
Well, because they want to be up my ass about why wasn't he really, 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 really good. I told him, leave him alone. He did what he needed to do. Like, what the fuck? Like, above and beyond is like, Shit, I don't even know what above and beyond is for my fucking
That's
pizza
why
delivery man.
that's why I like, if I have no issues, it's 5 stars.
It's like, what the fuck? You want him to come into my house and plate the damn food?
Nope, because now he's done something illegal. So like
I don't know.
yeah, but also
These
I'm notoriously a easy grader.
I just feel like some of these corporate people are just so detached from everyday people interactions. It's
They
fucking annoying.
are. I've talked to somebody who worked at a marketing firm, and she was like having a side conversation with her friend at the firm about Aldi's, and they're like, "I want you guys to put something together, like a survey or something, and figure out why do people go to Aldi's?
Because it's
Because
cheap.
they've never been inside of an Aldi's. They're asking like, why do people shop there?
Because the
'Cause-
food is inexpensive, nigga. What the fuck? Now you gotta get over. You gotta get over the learning curve. You gotta get over the learning curve if they are not gonna bag your shit. But once you get over that, when you see the prices, it's like, well, shit. Let me bring my own damn boxes.
where am I getting my shit bagged? Like, nobody's bagging your shit. They barely want to check you out anywhere. Like,
My stuff get bagged at Jewel. Well, I see they have baggers, but I bring my own bag. So
yeah.
I don't want you touching my shit. It's bad enough. I say bad enough. I already do buy online, pick up in store, so they're already taking the stuff off the shelf for me. But once they bring that cart out, they're basically like, "Here you go. Have fun. Don't take our cart." And I'm fine with that. But you got like the old generation that's like, nobody wants to work. Why are you sitting down? Why aren't you bagging my stuff?
They don't. They're not living in reality.
Some people don't even know how to fucking bag. Why the fuck is my eggs and bread at the bottom of the bag? What the fuck are we doing? Y'all ain't never played Tetris before?
Well, okay. Well, you have to also remember, like we did learn like how to bag groceries or whatever in like home ec, but y'all ain't never had a home ec class, and it shows.
I had one.
Oh well, you were lucky because
yeah, it was the like, last time we was only. I had it twice.
That's like the thing that they're talking about in businesses now, in trends of like people who don't cook, and like part of that is that you have whole generations now that have not been given like home ec. If you didn't get it at home, then you didn't get it at all. Like,
listen, I feel like home ec probably peaked somewhere in the 80s, if not 90s, because by the time I took home ec, it was some bullshit. They ain't really teach us nothing in home ec. Like, they gave us food to cook, but weren't nobody really teaching like utensil safety and food safety. Like, we would cook in raw chicken and someone cut their finger. It was trying to still continue cooking and touching the raw food. I said, sit down. I got the rest of this.
No, there was like cooking, but then they also told you like all like the difference between stirring and folding and how to follow a recipe. And they also taught us sewing and how to follow like a pattern. And how to work the sewing machine.
I wish. No. The only thing I remember, we made ice cream and biscuits in middle school, and then that raw chicken, I don't even know the fuck we made, soup. Yeah.
They taught us like our colors, like our undertones, and how to dress for our body.
No. They failed us. No child left behind my ass.
And then they also taught us like basics of like caring for babies. Like, you can't give a baby, you can't give a newborn water, you can't give babies honey. Like, you can't, you have to.
I learned that babies can't drink water from my mom, who has had 4 kids and ran a daycare for like 18 years. I learned that babies can't eat honey from an anime called The Apothecary Diaries, where one of the babies died because they were fed honey, and like the person taking care of the baby did not know that they could not be fed honey. It was like a whole mystery thing. But yeah, I learned that from an anime. Go figure. Thank you, American school system. You could at least teach me how to do my goddamn taxes and all that shit. They barely teach that.
I got taught that too. In my marketing class.
No. Oh, did I take a marketing class? I did take a marketing class. but it wasn't mandatory. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It was an elective that I decided to take because I was in Future Business Leaders of America. So I was like, marketing sounds businessy. Let me take the marketing class and the typing class.
I took marketing because psychology was not available. So I figured this gets close.
Yeah.
And then I ended up on the marketing team.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Won't God do it? Who's this? Who's Overfiend 1121? Mike, are you looking at comments? Because Dogmas is over here talking about adding boobs and pizza to something, and I don't know what the context was for that.
What?
Yeah, it's in the comment side. I can't.
Oh,
I don't have control like I used to.
I didn't see any of this. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not.
You can't see the comments.
I just now see the comments.
Yeah,
I had not. I had it open to the private chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it your aunt? Because we've been talking shit about
my aunt. My family just knows I do a podcast. They don't know
we
where.
have been talking shit about the aunt.
I mean, it's less about my aunt and more so just the interaction with my aunt. I love my aunt.
I know.
She's just frustrating sometimes.
And she's not boxy at all.
No. Very, very.
That was
a different aunt. That was a different imaginary aunt. No. My aunt's a very beautiful woman. Just, family. Am I right?
You're right.
Who the fuck is Overfiend? Respectfully, who are you? I don't know who that is. I don't know. They might be joining in for our next show at 7:30. Blurt.radio.
Yeah, this is gonna happen like what happened with the golf guy. See, he's going away.
Oh,
and now like he's like, I'll be right back.
No, it's
and they're like, no, when you get back, we won't be here.
No, it's Mike's brother. Well, Dogmas, as you know, this room is going to close, so you're going to have to tune in the next 29 minutes for our next show, Blur Dot. But in the meantime, I've been Ash.
And I've been Fatima. Nice to meet you.
And Mike's this brother has been
Fatash.
Fatash. I just saw the last